What's going on, everyone? It is Andrew. We're back in with another video, and in this video we're going to be actually doing something I want to do for a really long time. We're going to go over the top maps in Rainbow Six Siege. So if you don't know, there are 21 maps currently inside of Rainbow Six Siege as of the moment of Operation Steel Wave, which is Year 5 Season 2. So we're going to be going over the 21 maps from 21 to 1 in order. It's going to be like 75% opinion based and like 25% of like the actual gameplay and stuff, my personal favorite maps and stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alright, so coming into number 21, we have Tower. Now Tower, you know, it's the hardest map to understand inside of Rainbow Six Siege in my opinion, and it's just not a good map because you can get absolutely destroyed literally from anywhere. And no one knows the layout of this map. At least it's been in the map for 3 years, and I still don't even know the layout of this map. Like, I just don't. And then when I saw the new event that just happened, I was like, let's go, we got a new event, and it's on Tower. So, you know, that's just disappointing in itself right there. But Tower is just, it's trash. It's just trash. Coming in at number 20, we have Outback. Now, I have Outback here. I've always hated this map since it was launched. They put it right in rank and they still haven't taken it out, which is really annoying because I have one ranked win on Outback. One ranked win on Outback. I have one win on Outback in ranked. Out of probably like the 30 times I played, I always lose on this map, and that's why it's down here. The map itself is not bad, but like it's not one of my favorite maps. I feel like it could do better with like the bowl room and that area being like reconstructed a little bit, and maybe making the garage like something else. I don't know. In my opinion, it's just not my favorite map. Just because of that reason, I can never win, even in casual. Like, if it's there, I can't win. I can't win on Outback. So coming in at number 19, we have Bartlett University. Now, in my opinion, this map it's like a man map for me. And then the community really likes it, and it was taken out of the game because it was so bad. Now this map was originally designed for situations in Article 5, so it wasn't like designed for multiplayer, and then everyone wanted it in multiplayer, so they put it in multiplayer, and it was pretty much taken out of the game because the map layout was just really bad. The sites were not good at all, and that's what kind of fell back on it. That's why it's no longer in the game. So coming in at number 18, we have Plane. Now Plane is spawn peak central. That's all you do on that map. If you're not spawn peaking on Plane, you're not playing Plane right. So that's pretty much what happens on Plane. Everyone be spawn peaking. Doesn't matter where you're spawning, they're gonna spawn peak you 100%. So that's just something you gotta look out for. After you get past that, it's just a linear map. There's no rotations. You can't really do much. The sites are pretty bad. But it's just so linear because on a plane, there's not much you can do with a plane. Because if you do too much, then it's not even a plane anymore, so you can't even call the map plane. And yeah, that's why Plane's at number 18. So coming in at number 17, we have Chalet. And I've always hated Chalet since I first played the map. I was never a fan of it. The sites are so bad on that map, except for Garage. It's the only good site I'd say. But the sites are so bad, you can't rotate anywhere on that map. You're gonna die because there's so many windows. There's so many places you can die. It's so linear. It's hard to rotate on, and that's why it's getting a rework because the map is actually so bad. Like once you defend basement, after that, you pretty much lost. Like you just gotta frag out on that map because the map is designed like that because you can't hold down the site. It's really hard to do that if you're playing on anything but basement. But that's why it's getting a rework, and hopefully it's a lot better. I've seen some leaked gameplay of it, and it actually doesn't look that bad. It looks way more open, so I'm really excited to see how that Chalet rework is. Coming in at number 16, we have Skyscraper. So Skyscraper, you know, it just has a lot of balconies, and everyone jumps out of those windows. Let's just be honest, everyone is getting kills off those balconies, and that's why it's so low here. Now, if you take away those balconies on Skyscraper, I actually pretty like the map. I think it's a good map design. There's a couple things that can be improved, and that's also why it's getting a rework at the end of year 5. So I am very excited to see how that one comes too. But also I like the interior. Like I said, I don't think the sites are that bad. I think the sites are very defendable. It's just the balconies are very hard to get around. So if they can take the balconies out, I think the map can be very good, and it can be back to being a good map. So coming in at number 15, we have Yacht. So for the first DLC map, it was Yacht. And Yacht, I don't think is a bad map. I actually like the map a lot. You know, there's 4 floors of the map, so it's very like big, and the sites are okay. The sites aren't that bad, but it's like a middle of the road map. I don't think it's in. I don't think it's in the game either. I don't think it's in casual. I don't think you can play it. It's only in custom games, which is a little unfortunate because I like it a lot. I like Yacht a lot. I have a lot of good memories on that map, and it's a map I pretty much always like playing. And I think it's a map that should be in casual, even though it's not. I don't know. They might do a rework for it. That would be cool to see. I would love to see that. But that's why Yacht is number 15. So coming in at number 14, we have Fortress. Now Fortress is definitely an interesting map. It's just big and sandy. That's pretty much what Fortress is. But no, honestly, Fortress isn't that bad of a map. Like again, like I said again, it's like another middle of the road map. It's not super great, but it's not super bad. You know what I mean? Like if I get it, it's like whatever. But like I'm not trying to play this in ranked or anything. I feel like that gets annoying. When you get some of these like mad maps in ranked, then you get like mad. But like in casual, these maps are kind of fun to play. I don't think they're that bad. But Fortress's sites, you know, they're alright. But I think if you added like a couple rooms, you open it up a little more, I think it definitely could do better because of that. But Fortress is like another mid-road map, and that's why it's at number 14. So coming in at number 13, we have Hereford Base. Now, everyone's probably be surprised why this is so high, but honestly, this map did get reworked. Unfortunate. The old Hereford Base best map. I think it's one of the best maps in the game for like fun and like casualness. That map, I honestly wish they added the old one back just because it was so good. Like you still play it in situations. They didn't take that out, but you can't play multiplayer on it anymore, which does suck. The only way you were able to play it was the Gold Rush game mode, which was super fun to play on, but it still wasn't classic multiplayer. But the new Hereford Base, honestly, compared to all the other maps, I don't think it's that bad. It's just very defender sided, and I think everyone just doesn't like it because they missed the old one more than this one. But if you take away the third floor, I don't think if you take away the third floor, it's not a bad map in my opinion. It just has a lot of flaws that that everyone sees. Like it's way too big. Like the third floor is massive. Like it doesn't need to be that big. And there's just so many open rooms with like nothing in them. And that's why I got it at number 13. So coming in at number 12, we have Kanal. And Kanal's rework is actually a lot better than the first Kanal in my opinion. I think it definitely improved on what it needed to. You're connecting the buildings more, which is good. But at the same time, again, if I get this map in ranked, I'm definitely not gonna be happy. But I don't know. Kanal's an alright map. I'm glad they added the second bridge to connect the two buildings. I thought it was good. I like all the sites are actually pretty good on this map. That's why it's a little higher up at number 12. But no, I think from a casual standpoint, this map is good. In ranked, it's kind of like meh, you know. I don't really want it in ranked. I'd rather have one of the 7 Pro League maps, to be honest. But Kanal, it's an alright map. That's why it's ranked at the number 12 spot. So coming in at number 11, we have Favela. And a lot of people will be surprised it's up there, but this is the most fun map. I think they're in the casual class. I was so happy to see it back in their little rotation they had. This is just such a fun map. There's so many like angles to attack from. That's why I think it's pretty fun. But on attacking, but the sights on defending are really bad. And I'm really surprised this map was ever in competitive, to be honest. But it was for one season, which is actually pretty funny. But yeah, it's just not a good map. They'd have to rework it so there's not 18,000 buildings you can climb on from the outside where the attackers can come from. Because that gets really frustrating. Attacking that split site, it's terrible. You literally can't win that site. Like you just have to frag out. Like that's the only way you win on that site. But yeah, it's coming in at number 11 because of its fun. And it's also my first Clash Ace, so you know that's pretty important too. Now coming in at number 10, we have House. Now House is the best map in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm in Old House. Old House is the best map in Rainbow Six Siege. That map was amazing. I don't know why they reworked it, to be honest. I thought that was really stupid. Because now everyone has to learn a new T-Hunt map, which is really frustrating. Because there's still no practice mode in this game. That's also pretty annoying. But, you know, the new house, it's definitely improved from the other one. I understand why they did it, but at the same time, it didn't. I'd rather have fucking Favela reworked. I'd rather have Hereford reverted. I'd rather have Fortress reworked. I'd rather have Yacht reworked. I'd rather have all these other maps reworked than House. I mean, House just did not need a rework, in my opinion. But, you know, the new one is fun to play on. It's, you know, it's not the same as the old house, but it's kind of like Hereford Base. Like, it's a good map, but, like, everyone kind of wishes they want the old one back. So that's why it's ranked at the number 10 spot. So coming in at number 9, I have Bank. Now, Bank was a really good map, in my opinion. I still think it's one of the best in the game. The server basement site, I think that's an incredible site. The 2 mid floors are really good. And then obviously CEO I think is pretty good too. I've seen a lot of people try to do a Bank rework where they like open up some areas, they make it so you can't get spawn peaked all the time. I know they do certain stuff like that, which I think can definitely improve it. And I think it's a good step in the right direction. I won't be surprised if we get a Bank rework coming in the future. Just because, I don't know, there's not many ways to attack this site. You kind of just have to go with like a couple attacking ways and then just hope you win gunfights and get your utility down. It is very linear in that like form, you can't really attack much. If you're defending this map, I think it's very fun. I think it's cool it's in the newcomer playlist as well. But yeah, I'm a very big fan of Bank, that's why it's at the number 9 spot. So coming in at number 8, we have Border. Now Border was the second DLC map inside of this game, and I think they did it pretty well. I think it was a pretty well received map, at least. Obviously it's been in competitive for a while, so it's definitely a decent map for them, and all the strategies on that map were pretty cool, and everyone was definitely learning this map along the way. I think it's now just like a casual fun map. Do some runouts on one of the balconies, you know, if you're attacking the second floor site. But I don't know, they might not rework, but like do a map update and do some tweaks like they did to Consulate. They might do something like that. I could see them opening up like that second floor site, or making it so bathroom and tellers you can defend, like actually defend that site or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But honestly, this map is pretty fun to play on. You know, it's pretty easy to execute on if you're on the attacking, and it's pretty easy to execute on if you're on the defense, if you do it right. And I just like it because it's a fun map. That's why Border is ranked in the number 8 spot. Okay, coming into the 7th place spot, we have Theme Park. Now, Theme Park, the new rework is a lot better than that old one. I don't know what they were thinking with trains in the middle, and like I don't know what they were thinking with that map, to be honest. I don't know what they were thinking. But the new rework is definitely a lot better. It's made it more as a competitive map, and it's a lot better from the first one. You can now like clear and drone and not have to worry about fucking trains and shit. So that is definitely a good part of the map. The sites are also pretty good on that map. It was funny when the rework happened, there was a big shift in the sites. You know, the dominant site was the drug lab, but now it's like not the drug lab anymore. It's like Armory. Armory is a good room to defend than the old one. So that is a dub on that map. All 4 sites are pretty good. In that departure, and attacking is pretty fun too. They definitely got rid of some of the annoying parts on that map and made it easier for everyone pretty much. So I definitely am a big fan of this map. Only thing I think they missed out on was that main entrance door. My favorite part about that is you get to kill attackers so easily. Unfortunately, they removed that, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, that's why Theme Park is number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Oregon. Now, Oregon definitely got a huge improvement on their rework. I thought this map looked completely different almost to like what the original was. The original was definitely a fun, casual map, but now with this one, it's more like competitive. You can definitely do a lot more stuff on this one than the old one, which is good. They definitely fixed a lot of problems and added a lot more like places you can go, which is good. And then they made it in a better map, in my opinion. So the sites on this map, they're actually way better, because like basement, I don't know, I think basement is harder to defend now, but the second floor is pretty good to defend. And then the mid-tier site, you guys get good at one of them, so it's still kind of the same flow like the old one. You do basement top, or top of basement, and then tower. But this one, it's like, I've seen a lot of people go top basement, and then they go with like the tower one still, and like kitchen and like dining hall, I think it's called. I'm not really sure actually. But Oregon is a good map, at least the rework is, and that's why it's at the number 6 spot. So coming in at number 5, we have Consulate. Now Consulate has been in the game since launch. It's got one map buff, and that's it. His map has been in the game pretty good. The sites are amazing, honestly. All of the sites are defendable, in my opinion. I think you can definitely defend all the sites. It got definitely improved when they added the first floor visa, and then the archive site. I think that made it a lot, better in that regard, because now you have like 4 viable sites almost, because everyone just sits under there with C4s and kills whoever's trying to plant. So that's cool. But the basement site, probably one of the best basements in the game. I'm gonna say that. I think it's one of the best basements in the entire game. That's because it's so good to defend, and there's so many areas that like you can hide and you won't get killed. It's so nice. And then upstairs is really good. You can execute on both sites upstairs, which is good. You can do it pretty easily. Obviously, there's one favorite site, but that's gonna happen. And then lobby and piano are a pretty good site. A lot of people don't realize it, but if they can't get control of that second floor, they literally can't get a plan off. That's how good like the second floor hold has to be for that to work. And then, like I just said, the split one, you can just sit under there with C4s with the pulse, and they literally can't do anything because you can just deny the plant every time. So that's also good. But if you're attacking this map, I personally like it a lot because there's so many different ways you can do it on this map. You can just do some stupid stuff. You can push yellow stairs, you can push archives, you can push the windows upstairs, even garage. Like everyone just pushes the garage. They take top control and they push down yellow and try to get the plant off. That's the one that's been in the whole game. But I don't know. I think Consulate is a very good and well thought of designed map. And I think the map buff definitely improved it. So that's why Consulate is number 5. Coming to the number 4 spot, we have Kafe. Now the rework made the map a lot better, in my opinion. It definitely made the 3rd floor a lot better with the new balconies and stuff. I thought that was really good. And then the 1st floor got like a complete overhaul, which was really needed, which made the map a lot better. It made it a lot more like the new Siege maps, which I think is good for Kafe. And then the 2nd floor is kind of left the exact same. But it's whatever, because that was actually designed pretty well. You got red, white stairs, that's good, and you got the brown stairs that go down, which is also good. And then they got rid of like the reading stairs. I don't even know what that was called, to be honest. And they put them at the brown stairs is way better than that reading thing, in my opinion. And I don't know, the 1st floor has just got a complete overhaul. It's a lot better than before. So Kafe, definitely good map. It was good before the rework too, but definitely improved. That's why it is at my number 4 spot. Coming in at number 3, we have Coastline. Coastline is a very good map, 5th DLC map. Definitely know what they were doing at this point. I don't think it's never gotten a map buff or rework, and it's a pretty solid map, because you can definitely take control of an area and just have it. I think that's really good. There's 2 stairs that rotate on, so it's not like 3 or 1 where it's impossible to do anything. 2 I think is pretty good. Yeah, and then hookah and billiards is a great site if you're good at defending. Penthouse is probably the worst one, I'd say. Penthouse, you would need a good rework on that one. or like a good strat, or like to open it up a little more, it's hard to defend that one. Like, it used to be number 1 back in the day with the whole mirror thing, but you didn't have as many people, you know, destroying you like you do now. But that is a good one. And then kitchen and bars, those are good sites. I mean, I think bars is underrated. Honestly, that's a really good site to defend. If you can do a good job of holding off mudroom, the enemy team literally gets diffused. Like not diffused, confused. They really don't know what to do. I think that's pretty funny. But bars, you can push from kitchen, mudroom. They can push from offices. I don't know. I think it's a good one to attack and defend. And the map is just designed well. The only thing I don't like is the courtyard, but it's, you know, it's kind of whatever. It's in the middle of the map, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But the courtyard does get annoying. People are just chilling on the roof for 3 minutes trying to shoot you. That definitely can get frustrating. So that's pretty fucking annoying. But besides the courtyard, I love the map. So that's why it's number 3 on my list. Coming in at number 2, we have Villa. Now, Villa's been a long... I've liked this map since it came out. Definitely one of my favorites. It's so fun to defend on this map because how defender-sided it is. But, you know, on attack you can still get around it. And at least in my opinion, I can still get around it. Because people just play stupid on defense sometimes. But it's a very well-organized map, and there's certain things you just have to do, or else you pretty much lose the round on attack. So I would say that's the only flaw. So you're packing like statuary, or like you're attacking statuary, you kind of have to take aviator or games room, because if you don't, it's really hard to defend that. And it's really hard to attack that, because if you don't do that, I mean, they can just have free range over there and kill you off the balcony and master. So I mean, that's pretty easy. But and then aviator games is a good site for defense. It's hard to push on in to that one. You just gotta get full control around the site, which is hard to do. Then the first floor site's living room is like it's like the bad site of the map. But kitchen is still pretty defendable, and it's probably the third best site in the game, honestly. Just because you can defend it pretty easily. It's really hard to attack, because it kind of has that push-in mentality. So you have to take second floor. If you don't take second floor, I don't think you can win. Because you all just gotta push in at the last second, so that's kind of hard to do. But Villa, you know, definitely a fun map to play on. It's a good ranked map, I think. It definitely shows like who was winning and who's losing, I think. Because if you lose your defense on Villa, you're pretty much screwed. And you can't do anything about that. So that's why it's at my number 2 spot. Coming in at my number 1 spot, we're going to have to go to Germany, which is Clubhouse. Clubhouse, I think it's a lot of people's favorite maps. It's my favorite map in the game. You know, the original Clubhouse before the rework, you know, a lot of people don't even remember it, but that before the rework, Clubhouse was such a fun map to play. Master was the best site on that map. Cash was the worst site on that map. The rework happened, and now it's opposite. It's really insane. But yeah, before the rework, Master was pretty OP. You really bring a mute, and you win the round. Pretty crazy stuff, honestly. But no, for real, the rework helped the map out a lot. You know, construction was a great addition to the map. The basement is really good. I mean, there's so many executes in the basement. You have to push through dirt. You have the hatch drop on either the site. You have the blue push. Like, there's so many pushes there you can do. And then like up to cash, like we said, probably, you know, second best site, or first best site. You know, whoever you're talking to. It's a good site because you can just shut down the construction, shut down the windows, shut down garage. You know, shut down red stairs, and if they don't get the breach open, it becomes like a better percentage of winning, because it's pretty obvious where they're gonna come from. But and then, you know, Master definitely got a nerf when the rework came in. It's a lot harder to defend that way. It's a lot more linear in your rotations because of the windows and stuff. If you didn't have windows, it'd probably be a lot better. It's just the windows makes it, you know, like really hard to defend. And then the stairs right next to it, that makes it kind of hard too. And then strip, and then bar and strip is just a joke, honestly. That They should just change that site up. They should make it like strip and like just like, I don't even know, bar or that pool room. That would be cool. I think if that map were to get another tweak, it would be that fourth site. That fourth site is god awful. I think they need to change that. Besides that, everything about the map is so good. Like, so good. The gameplay on that map is so good. The flow is nice. It's a great map to clear too. If you're trying to clear roamers, you can do it in like 30 seconds. Like, it's so nice. Like, you can clear each floor in like under a minute. Like, it's like insane. Like, most maps can't do that. But I mean, on Clubhouse, you can just go through gym. You're trying to clear second floor. Look at the stairs, you're good. You go to logistics, you're good. Look through master bathroom, good. Construction, good. Cash, you know, CCTV. You know, check red, you're probably good. And then look at the garage, and it's cleared. Pretty insane how fast you can do it. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this longer video, I definitely like making this video. Just talking. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.